Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The basketball world is buzzing with whispers that the Los Angeles Lakers have pulled the trigger on a blockbuster move with the Utah Jazz, sending RUI HACHIMURA away in exchange for the Finnish superstar LAURI MARKKANEN. Now, let's be clear right from the start. Nothing has been made official, but the talk in front offices and among insiders is growing louder with each passing hour. If this rumor has any truth, the Lakers might have just reshaped their entire trajectory for this season and possibly for the years ahead. HACHIMURA has been a solid contributor since arriving in Los Angeles, bringing versatility, size, and reliable mid-range shooting to the floor. Yet the Lakers, under the constant microscope of championship expectations, are always looking for that next piece who can elevate LeBron James and Anthony Davis to another level. MARKKANEN, with his all-star credentials, his 7-foot frame, and his ability to stretch the floor as one of the best shooting big men in the league, feels like a perfect fit for what the Lakers crave. His ability to run the floor, hit deep threes, and create mismatches on offense could provide exactly the spark the Lakers need to climb back into true contender status. What makes this rumor so fascinating is the contrast in playing styles and the gamble on both sides. HACHIMURA is younger, still developing, and has shown flashes of scoring brilliance, particularly during stretches when LeBron has been off the court. The Jazz might see him as a building block, a player who can be molded into a central figure as they continue their rebuild. Utah has been stockpiling assets, developing young players, and looking for opportunities to create a core that can grow together. Trading away MARKKANEN, their most established star and the face of the franchise since Donovan Mitchell's departure, would shock many fans, but might make sense if they are fully committed to a long-term reset. For the Lakers, though, this is about the urgency of now. With LeBron James in the twilight of his legendary career, every season is about maximizing the window of opportunity, and swapping HACHIMURA for MARKKANEN feels like a classic win-now move. It could be risky, but it screams ambition, something the Lakers brand has always thrived on. If you think about how MARKKANEN would fit into the Lakers' current system, the possibilities are jaw-dropping. Imagine Anthony Davis playing closer to the rim, focusing on defense, rebounding, and rim protection, while MARKKANEN stretches the floor from the perimeter. LeBron could then operate with even more space, attacking lanes and orchestrating the offense without defenses being able to collapse as easily. This spacing dynamic is what the Lakers have desperately needed, especially in moments when their offense bogs down and becomes predictable. MARKKANEN isn't just a shooter. He's agile for his size, can attack closeouts, and has improved his ball handling to the point where he's not just limited to catch-and-shoot situations. The combination of his length and mobility on defense also gives the Lakers another versatile piece to switch across positions. While HACHIMURA brought toughness and mid-range scoring, MARKKANEN brings an entirely different level of offensive gravity, and that might just be the difference between another playoff disappointment and a deep run. Of course, there are skeptics, and rightfully so. Anytime a team gives up a promising young player like HACHIMURA, there's a risk of regret, especially if he blossoms into a star with more opportunity in Utah. The Jazz, by acquiring him, could be betting on unlocking his full potential in a system where he gets more touches and responsibility. They might believe that while MARKKANEN is a great player, their ceiling as a franchise with him as the centerpiece isn't high enough. So flipping him for younger talent and perhaps draft compensation could be the smarter long-term play. For the Lakers, though, the equation is different. It isn't about building slowly or waiting for prospects to bloom. It's about championships, banners, and legacies. LeBron doesn't have 5 years to wait, and Davis's health has always been a lingering question mark. That urgency pushes them into bold moves, and if the whispers are true, this could be the boldest of them all. It's a gamble, yes, but it's also exactly the kind of high-stakes move Lakers fans live for. The fan reaction has been explosive, even with the rumors still unconfirmed. Social media has lit up with excitement, skepticism, and even outrage from both sides. Lakers fans are already envisioning Markkanen draining threes at Crypto.com Arena, while Jazz fans are torn between heartbreak at losing their all-star and curiosity about what HACHIMURA might become in a bigger role. The emotional attachment to Markkanen in Utah is strong. He gave the team relevance after a difficult transitional period, and his breakout performances made him a fan favorite. Losing him would sting, no doubt about it. On the other hand, the idea of acquiring a young, athletic forward like HACHIMURA, who could grow into a cornerstone, has its appeal, especially when combined with the Jazz's growing collection of draft picks. This duality, Lakers chasing immediate glory, Jazz chasing long-term growth, is what makes the rumor believable. Both sides have motivations that, while painful for fans, make sense when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture of each franchise's goals. Behind the scenes, it's easy to imagine the negotiation chess game that could be happening. The Lakers are notorious for keeping one eye on the future while also constantly maneuvering to stay in contention, and Rob Pelinka has shown he's not afraid to shuffle the deck when necessary. The Jazz, meanwhile, under Danny Ainge's leadership, are always looking for value, willing to move big names if the return is right. Ainge has never been shy about making unpopular trades if he believes they position the team better for the future, and this could be another example of that philosophy. Perhaps the Lakers sweeten the pot with draft considerations or a role player to make the deal more palatable for Utah. Perhaps there are protections, pick swaps, or even a third team involved to balance out the exchange. Regardless of the fine print, the fact that this rumor has gained traction suggests there's at least smoke, if not fire. And in the NBA, where whispers often precede reality, fans are right to pay attention. When we start thinking about the broader impact of this rumored trade, the Lakers' identity becomes the focal point. For years, their roster construction has revolved around the challenge of building the right kind of supporting cast around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. At times, the formula has leaned too heavily on veterans past their prime, while at other times, it has been about young players who lack the polish to deliver under playoff pressure. Markkanen feels like a balance between both worlds. He's still only in his mid-20s, entering his prime, yet already an all-star caliber performer with the skill set to thrive in high-pressure games. The Lakers would be adding someone who could theoretically serve as a bridge into the post-LeBron era, giving Davis a reliable co-star who fits stylistically. It's not just about this season. It's about sustainability. Markkanen is young enough to be a building block, while experienced enough to contribute immediately. That's a rare combination, and it's why this rumor has captured so much attention. The idea of finally solving the spacing issue, while also securing a longer-term star, is tantalizing to say the least. On the flip side, the Jazz might actually be setting themselves up for a very intriguing future if they do indeed move Markkanen. HACHIMURA may not carry the same all-star shine yet, but his upside shouldn't be ignored. In stretches with the Lakers, especially during last year's playoffs, he showed flashes of being able to score in bunches, defend multiple positions, and handle physical assignments. He's built for the modern NBA, with the size of a forward and the agility of a wing, and he's still refining his offensive toolkit. Utah's coaching staff could see him as the kind of player who thrives with more responsibility. Surrounding him with young guards and wings could create a fast-paced, versatile lineup that grows together over the years. If Ainge believes that Markkanen's value is at its peak and HACHIMURA can develop into a star with the right touches, then pulling the trigger might look genius in hindsight. Fans might not embrace it immediately, but these are the kinds of moves that rebuilds often require. Painful sacrifices with the hope of bigger payoffs down the line. From a stylistic perspective, this trade rumor feels almost too perfect for the Lakers. Their biggest weakness has consistently been outside shooting and spacing, particularly in high-stakes games where defenses collapse on LeBron and Davis. Adding Markkanen directly addresses that issue. He's not a role player who might or might not hit shots when the lights are brightest. He's a proven scorer with a skill set that has made him one of the toughest mismatches in the league. When defenses send help against LeBron's drives, suddenly Markkanen is standing open on the arc, and that's a nightmare scenario for opponents. It forces opposing coaches to pick their poison, something the Lakers have desperately needed. Meanwhile, Utah would gain a forward in HACHIMURA who doesn't rely on the three-point shot, but instead thrives in attacking mid-range spaces, posting up mismatches, and cutting to the basket. That stylistic shift might actually give the Jazz a different offensive identity, one less reliant on a single star and more about collective versatility. Each team, in its own way, could end up solving problems that have plagued them, even if the trade feels lopsided at first glance. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, the drama, of course, isn't just about X's and O's. It's about personalities, chemistry, and storylines. Imagine the headlines if MARKKANEN arrives in Los Angeles and immediately clicks with LeBron, forming an unexpectedly smooth trio with Davis. The Lakers would instantly be painted as contenders again. The narrative of LeBron's final years shifting from "can he still do it?" to "look at this revamped super team." That kind of attention is exactly what the Lakers thrive on, and it puts them back in the center of NBA conversations. For Utah, moving MARKKANEN would create shockwaves through their fan base, but it would also signal a bold commitment to the future. It says they're not afraid to tear down and rebuild again, even if it means giving up someone beloved. The emotional fallout could be massive, with fans divided between trusting the long-term plan and feeling betrayed. That tension fuels debates on sports talk shows, ignites Twitter threads, and keeps the rumor mill alive. It's not just a trade, it's a story, and in the NBA, stories are currency. There's also the question of leverage and timing. Why would this rumor surface now, and who benefits from it being out there? Sometimes these leaks are strategic, a way for front offices to gauge public reaction or even to pressure the other side into action. The Lakers might want to signal their intent to be aggressive, letting other teams know they're willing to put real assets on the table. The Jazz might want to test the market, seeing if other teams step up with even better offers for MARKKANEN. Timing is everything, especially with the trade deadline looming in the not-so-distant future. By letting this rumor swirl, both teams might be maneuvering for position, playing a chess match behind the scenes. For fans, it creates suspense and speculation, the kind of drama that makes the NBA a year-round spectacle. Every insider report, every vague tweet, every cryptic player post on Instagram becomes part of the larger puzzle. Whether or not this specific trade goes down, the fact that it's being discussed so seriously suggests that something big could be brewing. At the end of the day, this rumor captures the essence of what makes NBA fandom so thrilling. It's not just about what happens on the court, but about the endless possibilities, the what-ifs that keep conversations alive long into the night. Lakers fans are already picturing MARKKANEN wearing purple and gold, spacing the floor, while LeBron throws no-look passes and Davis dominates the paint. Jazz fans are imagining HACHIMURA breaking out as a star in Salt Lake City, leading a young, hungry team into a new era. Both scenarios are compelling, and that's why this rumor has exploded the way it has. Even if it never happens, it forces us to think about identity, strategy, and ambition in the NBA. Do you prioritize the present or the future? Do you hold on to a star or cash in for potential? Do you gamble on the unknown or stick with what's comfortable? These are the questions that front offices wrestle with, but they're also the debates that fuel every fan's imagination. And until the final word comes down, we're left hanging in the balance, savoring the drama of possibility. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.